Adeshima enyumre no nsia abo Ctv Ghana's #1 so enie ebre aso sense ma hodo ayensa ka ewo ye mai mobima so dwedie ene sikasem Kasiebo no mede som wo se Ctv enyumre no nsia Kasiebo ene eya woda October bo so me ne de to so eduenu nsia afempim no ene eduenu miensa emu ensam no edoso pa ne mom no ansa na modin aso ba follow yen ewo Facebook ne so at my Ctv gh like ya na face so wa share ede amaye ubetimi so akọ YouTube no so na wa subscribe ede amaye yehwe nsema hodo a yetwegu ne ebedi mu akotene no ebi enyane yiri eye kuro bi a ewo etwima hono na menteme ho ase aman hom no so ewo 24 a ya santehene ene ne hema enteme nam so ma nei akonwa no adampan ye de sansem no nchiremu ebesom Francis Esiem ede kokobo akọ ede ama woni monyamfo Kennedy wo hene Japan se ensema hodo ase wonya akwanya na wokasa woka edefa NPP amanyoko no hono wontwe ne ho emfino nya sade a wo so ebema no show down ye de sansem no nchiremu ebesom wodwedie eni sikasem Kasiebo no se ebeye na amaya hodo a ewo bibemu atoye won betimi edidwa wobreko a wonya wa hawbia no eyade 10th annual borderless conference ekoso ewon Kraimantem hasei ya de sansem no so nchiremu ebesom yebetwa posompo na yakopie mu ewo bima so na abetodwa se wo wiase afana nyina no nipa enam okon ene mentem ho ase so a enam so wo mu ato apete no eye 114 million ya de sansem no so nchiremu ebesom ensem we afro be so eka ho ena mede esom wo se Ctv enyumre no nsia Kasiebo bidin ede Manye Nuekie enyumre yi ene osomfo Medase Ctv Ghana's #1 so eni wunyam follow yen ewo Facebook ne so moden se wo beye sa ede amayen eye my Ctv gh like ya na face so wa share ede ama wonyonko na wono so enya bi ahye yen hye nsem no ase every Asante Mantem na enya ne yiri eye kuro bi a ewo etwima mansi no mu ewo Asante Mantem na menteme ho ase bi ama ne hom no so ewo hono hemna ene otumfo se to so mienu a wono no wo ye Asante hene entem nam so ama enei akonwa no adampan
so far so go bansa so the general ka so the bina so bi no ha ko na so be ba ko say that's how go na mai
Francis Esiem wo ye New Patriotic Party amanyoko no communication team member na wode kokobo akọ ede ama woni monyamfo Kennedy wo hene Japan na nsem nyina ene se woni monyamfo Kennedy wo hene Japan enya akwanya no wokasa na nsem bia woka editia NPP amanyoko no kamia ye se wo pese wogu amanyoko no nimu asene se nti wontwe ne ho emfiri honya sade a wo so ebesori edietia no
da kompreko media me ka chiro menu akuma ne o. If you open your mouth again and you do not seek the interest or peace of the party. As I say, you're my kokwe wohi. Me ni say bibi habo na mukwa. You are dealing with an elections committee. And I'm
yeah, and omoya idea because
that woman so sorry to do some ego na somuno.
Omushia.
They should be very careful.
Okay.
Nyame nimu list hunim faso. Dr. Manduba, me 27 million matter. Okofane. We don't do this thing because ye that enya. Ye see that na afede ya kanipa no. And this is for better. Say wo ra Kennedy na ukonya ya. Obi nso aka bibia kire from any other camp.
Omo so befa.
Yeah. That enyuma paye ba bebo nguderu. Enemy MCB frame say what's enough. Well, if you be so abi modi. My friends sister station. Awie. Waka barracks do mampeya ba. Yes, see because almost yes a military command be. Because of only Abikus murder. Because of cocoa politics.
Okay.
Yes, Mogoko. You me koso. All around. Under your assembly to the matrix system of development. Obia wako assembly biano. Ya ye peja o my munu babia at once. Tata so beti enu asantifu no mo KK Greater Accra and had a capital but everywhere must develop at once. Won't you kasa how a library had the library. Okay. It's for nankasa no. Kura o me mesha mamudo so no. Jumadi no enya easy. You see, and easy lies the head upon which the sword of Damocles lies. Enti ajobrao na me kacha compreko. Say me pictures you no ankasa. Me showdown so no ankasa. Enti me sre no. Manye ne ye mo bi so me man showdown. Because said that ye tie no. There is no way what I make us here. Because a beer na nyama be wo ho a mo so amoka kire no mo nya abotre. Side obi supported Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Masa ye hu ya gani. Obi supported Dr. Bawumia. Nso anopa no. Okoduru an some obeka no. Ohu onko ground.
No akansa.
What I make us here.
Okay.
Onko kan che papa no. Papa no crowd o kansa me. Wo be fere crowd because I don't think say do be hwe wani mu crowd. What even to aso. Well, na side obi a come. Ebe fa nya me ka kire na party na begu. Na ye timi man krofo ano. Yeah, you na party na gunti esere. Say dear MPP soldiers, me ka soldiers are dan parliament ko kan Ghana am you. Me ka MPP asrafo. Me ka members from grassroots up no. Ye nyina ye adwen. Say supporter. B supporter. Nankasa o, B nankasa o, CD nankasa o. Obi a wo be ka bibia. Broni say about disturbing the sensibilities of the party. No. Yana never cheer am. Into no honorable. My pharaoh ne. Because I wanted to call a spade, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Okay.
Party no, we are looking at the bigger picture. Okay. Share Professor Michael Kwe, my own former head of department, University of Ghana. Sabi, ne woka fukura, ne fepa di fi munche. Na papa
me free aba no.
Yeah, one mobo. Yeah, one mobo.
Oni
Obi papa, obi nana.
Hakman Owusu Ajima mu nyina ho.
Shaka Hakman no so kran so Oluzu
president nso ho.
Enche. So, it's yenya butre kakra. So we have seasoned men and women.
Okay.
Sabi anti frema no mu nyina.
Ono so ho bi.
Obi a wo bibi o. Obi a beto akase yenje mu na nhye. Esu ye ntime nya ne saa. Enchiri me. Sana penifo de ye ya anka ya meto tibe ma me kasa wa na mom honorable way honorable the whole thing honorable compare ko na make no the presidential aspirant you are responsible for what comes out of your camp sana ye Dr. Muhammad Bawumia vice president and also presidential aspirant bibia be fi the camp bia no also you are responsible now you compare baby, adjubrao. The man keeps on admonition. And to Sebi, da me can reduce to some okay. Because I see the dead the other day. Moja, but your fear, except to the extreme.
France SCM woye NPP communication team member wono ena wode ensem ye etu dwa no yento ansem no so na yenko yenim na beya mreka kranie ena Volta River Authority for wamo ebie akosomo dam nam so e ma nipa dodo na ehwere wamo ejapade ne no ena adehia wamo ewo Afram Plain South aye kwawu mensinemu wamo so ede atodwa wo kire se akosomo dam ya ebie ye wamo so ehwa kapa na wo kire se nipa beye 2000 asese wonya bebi emfa wonti ento ne senti wamo ede adesrede e to mpanifo ni mu se wontwa wani emehwe wamo Beye mreka kranie ena Volta River Authority for wamo ebie akosombo dam no nam so ema nipa dodo na ehwere wamo ejapade na eno ena dehia wamo ewo kwawu Afram Plain South enso eda betudwa se akosombo dam yi a Volta River Authority for wamo ebie ye no yade se wamo so eho akapa titu ene wamo ete ebe Afram no wo kire se communities maako edununum 25 ena wo ho aka aye wamo a wote echi amanfrom wabra ye ne adehia bi a wamani atutu aka wonsem no ekasa ye ela wodi tu dwansen enam akosombo dam a Volta River Authority for ebie ntine nei baabi a wodi wonti ebetompo ehwan ede ne pa ede ama wo ne senti wo ede adesrede eto aban nanim se wo zo ho akapa ne senti wo mre na wo mekọ wo emoa
iti yesre se waba na se oniyen ebekasa oni ye de yefa woso esuma manakoduru aban chen ana wonga omuka biewom wonga omusam wobi se omummoye omo yehiamowa se ne be benya baabi ene ye yire ne ye ma ede ye tiatu aba ne sampo ye ma ntimi nko school se ne se odware a ni obehye kura no abono mpo ye DC waba ha ekọ be se ekọ busumeni besi na yenti asembia eno ane se ye da zuom
woto aso ede tu dwa se beye bosomini ena hawi eman homne so a wode koto wo mu DC eye Evans Shey Intri ene nadbofo edimu na so bepem ne enya de se wo mu aye bibi ede afa ho ne mom wo mu ahye bedwani eye onimonyamfo Joseph Apia Boaten wono ena wahan dan ede ama adehye bi a wo ho aka no wo mu nsem no ebini
enti wafidie ya beduru ha de yenimu se ya duru akufo ado ho bo moden pa se wo koyi wo beye ya adwuma nyina amaye na ye manfo ye bre pa
ama mi ho akire mi ni mi ma ni mi kunu ye ho akire sabi edura na adwukra ye ntimi nye hwe ye danso musa ya ble enti aban boaye aye soro nso ye nya bi han sika ye de be han bi so ye ni bi edan no so ni boaye de
ife na ma si bi esi ono so na fa zi mi ni bebi a mi da ye pa ba ncho me boaye kakra
Fire Dean, two copy for Professor Sol, Professor on Faji, President of the Virgin, Madame Boy and for Black, Mobile Party, by more.
Enwechi ena presiding member Emma Afram Plain South awon so ena woye assembly member Emma Echi Amanfrom Orat Theophilus Avo enso editor dwa se akosombo dam ya Volta River Authority for wom ebie ye no ade se ahane manfo pa ne senti wono so eda desrede eto aban no ekwa hodo a enhya aban ase ni mu se wommre na womekọ wom emoa
emi peso aso ye Echi zongo kura no Echi kro no nyina be half ekọ mafikope ekọ avetakpo ekọ nti nkro no doso but ye hwe Echi a eye Echi zongo nko a dan a nso na fa no ekọ be 250 houses ena nso no afa ewo Echi eye zongo area no bia na media to me ho so a me choro di ni bi efie bi oho nipa be 12 efie bi oho nipa 13 efie ni bi oho be se nipa 17 but averagely o fa ni say 8 kra multiply by 250 houses no nipa be 2000 and ye betimi aka say omaye affected ewa ha assembly member mi wo area ha no ne me ya ni say o say me follow on me DC na nadmo coordinator and so this is nadmo coordinator so me follow on him
ni krakra mo no wode aseda eko ema mrachibini ema adehia wo mo ewo ho no monimonyamfo Joseph Apia Boaten wodwuma pa wo ye ede ama adehia wo mo ho aka no Ctv eboye ho moden se ye ne DC ya wo ho no monimonyamfo Evans Shey Intri ebe kasa na so enya de se yensa eka no Ctv enwumenu nsia Kasiebo na wenugu sa wo hwe e wo Ctv Ghana's number 1 so bodia say wo be follow ye e wo Facebook ne so at my Ctv gh like ya na afi so wa hwe e de amayen yenko yenimu e wo nsem foforo emu na Christian Divine Asafo womo edom fisha na etoso edunum aye 50 years na safo yi ewo eye Cape Coast mensinum ewo mfimfini mantemo na safo pon a woda safo na no eye pastor Francis Fosu Menu wode atodwa wo chese nei se de galamse tuo ama ne homno so ewo mensinum no ade se ehadwene pa ne senti wo mo da de srede to abanenim se won fa ne tax force no emra wono ma hye no moa na galamse tuo ase entu ewo man no emu
one anniversary ya etoso edunum ya omode hyehyɛ so mfimfini mantemu na chairman edemaju media yosanso oyesofopon ya ohoho Francis Fosu Menu ejibra onese ntwefo kasa di tudwese ene de galamse eso enwunsuo no monsase ehoye pa enti ehu behia se abai no ebetimi ayi bibi edi afa won ne manim ya no omotimi esisa nyama no ho ekwan
mfimfini se wo ye Ghana ba wo yo man ba politician de adwuma bi na ado mu akwa akohye mu eno nti dwene wo man no ene mu nipa no ho di nkan share o politika ayi na wo ye no efe se wo ye politics nipa so na wo bedi tumi na so do fra galamse ni mu na se wo sensuo e de yare ekunkum nipa no wo mu no be ho ase na wo kudi tumi no anasa abato duru ho eni pese koto aba ma no wo politician no fra galamse mu nyina yare ho ba koto aba na mawo nti message politicians some do mo say enye suban papa o ma say we obeguna onyankopon wa hoden kai so dia hoden no eye do papa e de bo wa kasa ho
emechi na opoko ekinsia odikan eye embuntu hene edema kakundo Cape Coast traditional area na opoko ekins anso ejibre ne nsamo a olutu dwane bi eni
kwa ne eda wa hihye Christian Divine Church was the 150th anniversary eda oye working sonu bobo azo oye kakundo ha enyo oye 73 numu na wada se bobo dazi na enyo on yezi enyo yezi ewi oye sofo nukwa ofa nsembe okoro Ghana memu a ontwe ofan galamse inso yere se chon po yere se timbe ye kunadi na oyaza oha Ghana man papa na opele oduto aban n'enyim
Enuchi Reverend Mark Achre enso jibre editu jese
anam so pay Reverend Fosu Menu eka no yebema wadu aban nchen on Sunday aban ala de na sifo man there send galamse no kodo ma yenin susai sese no obehwede dem as no to betwa
the crackre mu no na Miss Ruth Akwa enso enonu nsem de tutwa we eyafotoa ekodiama embebu no
and there embebu nzi you contribute a lot to the nation building and nti oma mpanyimfo nso awowo omane mu wonya kwan wo use nyemu bebre wodi ye nyama bia onse no mpata nti afutu a mezemema mebu na abre yekoto abede memo obi use no mfa nkopa ejuma nye memo obi use mfa nkopa ejuma ma ne papa mo nye owia obeyiwa ama obi enu ebe involve nsi na wa befa o minister na de wode wa ye bibi papa biara because when you there wusu e violent nti se obi otu fu de koye bibi dem ma na catch ne de so ya zi papa o ma ne ba ana ne nwe bi nkeye so nya zi papa za menfo hunji na nse wuzi na nyim za nyame bi du bedi se wuzi nsisi a obedum bibi na yakopol pejaw nso nam de e bia ezi eye boni bi eji politician bi na echi mo wachi wutu na wa sell record nti adi papa bi anyameze wo beye no intim enye nti ye besre mbebu ni de wontu wo hufo na abra bo bi aje ho na boy ruko school ahwemu na ko na ma politician bi use wo fa onye de ope no onfa nko penejuma
Yentwa ensem so na yenko yenimo na Youth on Climate Change Conference eko so ewa nkramantem ha sei na eye local conference of youth womo na wahihye adwumade we no eye 2023 edition na wadwumade na se no eye ade se nipa dodo na womo every mantem do nsia ewa man Ghana mu eba adwumade na se bia wo hwe kwan a wo befa so se beye na we mu sache ho sem betumi afa ne tuma pra ewa man Ghana mu
Dwumadi a ekoso wei ene efa etoso miensa eno akoso ewo Nkramante mu eye yes youth conference eno nti mbebru bebrina na efri mantemu eye mantemu a eye dunsia no mbebru bebrina efri ho ebehie mu dwumadi no ase a omo nyina ebegisa entity no mo fa sakonya ne soso epa National Youth Climate Action Plan no ho so entumaya eno no ebebo na fe ahye mbebru enkran kwan a mo betimi afa so aboama yetimi aso hamus kraye no ano ekwai connector edema local conference of youth eye kandi dakwa nensam odotu dwano eni.
For 2 years, we've organized ELCOI in Ghana. This will be the 3rd. And for the past 2 years, we've collected the input of young people. They've always made youth statements of what youth demands they want to see in Ghana as climate actions. And so for this 3rd edition, we felt that there's a need to have a national youth climate action plan, which will be line of programs that will speak to the demands young people have made in the past. Prior to this event, we have the pre-ELCOI consultations where we brought young people across the 16 regions of Ghana to have a consultation on what program of actions should be prioritized in the action plan. And we will take it forward to Parliament. We will leave a copy at the National Youth Authority. Some will go to the Environmental Protection Agency, some will go to the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, and also we'll take it forward to the global level. So we are going to give a copy of the National Youth Climate Action Plan to Yongo, who will forward it to the UNFCCC as this is a line of programs from young people in Ghana. So that's where it goes to.
And which emreshamedwini edema dishe yomo ewotema central ora Hansen note ensone samodo tudwano eni.
Our doors are always open because sometimes people think that it's daunting to approach their members of parliament to get them to advocate on their behalf. But the problems of climate change is an existential threat to everybody and not just the youth. My previous spokesperson spoke about the fact that about 70% of the youth of Ghana are below 40 years. Of Ghana below 40 years, it tells you that Ghana is a very youthful country and the youth must take charge of their affairs. Bringing them on board in the decision-making process with the structures that we have today may not be direct, but it must be through even indirect advocacy. Just as I've spoken about, it can be done. And I think that should be where the focus should be for now. With forums like this that brings all these youth together, you can come up with a statement, a policy statement, or a statement that you'd wish to be made on the floor of Parliament, because once it's made on the floor, it becomes part of the decision-making processes of the state. You can have all these beautiful conferences, but if it doesn't find a space in the decision-making structures of the state today, it will not come into fruition. It will just become something that we've all heard about. It's on the media space and blah, blah, blah.
No, Penipa no other National Youth Authority, CEO, Edma, NYA, Urapayos, and Nam, Hazide, Nensama, non Soditu any.
The young people have to be supported. We have been talking about intergenerational and intragenerational solidarity. And we hold the view that policy planning should not terminate at brilliant ideas crystallizing on paper, but that budgetary allocations ought to be made so that projects can be implemented. And we at the National Youth Authority, as the agency of state responsible for ensuring the welfare of the young people, we recognize that this conversation about climate action is very much about the young people rather than even about the aged, because if the laws of nature are anything to go by, then we will be here on Mother Earth for way longer. And so that's why we made a commitment that going forward, we should increase budget allocations towards projects and programs that are in tandem with our national determining contributions and also the action plans that have been designed to confront the crisis and to mitigate its impact.
Yetwa ensem no so ewo ensem foforo emu na se beye na unemployment obetwa ewo eye sunyane ene ne important no penifo a wo mo eda New Month Ghana Gold ahafo mines ano wo mo ede atodwa wo kire se wo mo ede shepa egu akwam se beye na emfia hodo aka we ni mu no eye ade se communities mako edu ebenya adwuma aye ewo sunyane ene ne important.
management no actually say omobeko so a ene consultant and afiso investors ahodo no ebi enya enketahudie said ye beye akonya bia efa economy ho no omotimi enya sa akonya no na eno bebo mu ema mu ebebri dwuma hodo a ebetimi ama imbeburu nso etimi nya dwuma aye ewo nkrokro hodo a eno ewo bunumantemu communication officer edema Newmount Ghana Gold of Mines Samuel Osei ena Ojebra odensemi etudwa
so okay dey na possible hire budget to say nipa pray any contract with you the conference room kakra kai e binya be grant na enti nipa pray I free local communities and a contract worth millions of US dollars or more employee nipa pray na yeteli say as you na say budget say intimi makopia contract inti se ba se ne bia e be play fair na ye se bia esi so bi ni ade intino ye bidi e de tudwa se ye obi ana company amana be se adwuma we enti obi ade ba na nipa be bia 4 ana 5 ana 10 ana 20 sometimes the hundreds on ba se adwuma ba group so mo ya ye hwem ehwe na ho de so ana se de obetimi aye ni aye hwehwe dia dia se nipa 100 ba na so nya ba ba o ba ko a se bi o mo maka o be ko but ya bo e ho modi se de betimi aye bia ye be ko more of the companies eye local no e be na mo ye so e be show mo na fe yetimi akoso akwa local communities
enwechi local contractors ni bi nso ejibre ene yensem twini odene ho kwesi apia ehwehwe nkomo ema mo nsem mo nso ede tudwa ne bi enie
Newmount de bekoso abaso na because me ka omonsema ene de o maye wo ya brabo mu eye adwuma yense bebre Newmount ne share adwuma dia say before Newmount na no mandi that was the year 2000 and we started as ordinary supplier. We started from zero say we so to anamo na normal supply normal team normal never the back and then new city normal we check a crimes and then new 100 cities na ya the share say say ya be two anamo papa ana ya wo botaye e ma adwuma sabio ye hihye no ye eguso ya ma ye bomo bo etoro bia mo odene but ne ejina ehwe say ya be ye nkunimdi for that a drum pempen so be Newmount start sanso ya sen e ma entity ya ye de adwuma esa ma ya anamotu a wo de ye hihye ye fanipa
Newmount ban o de hihye bebre wo akwam say obey ye local contractors obeba no abeboy tinai na e pese ne ye hwe say adwuma di no de o se be yo so mba mama entity a amaya fema bia megina he entity no na me fa ma me call tender process of the bebo wa ya menti bitmenya adwuma na me nza me kono na bi nso o mo dia mawi nso you say scientists say process of the bebo no o fa nyina so a en fa ho di udi bra ni ba bia say de go bia bitmenya sa akonya ntina na me ko ni mota pa so say in fact ade o ma ye no so many na say mo say ade a mo kama press so
Ctv enyume no nsia Kasiebo na wani gusa wo hwe e o Ctv Ghana's #1 so no ma enyina we so na ye home Kasiebo no so ne yemra ye ba ensem dodo na ene we kira ye de ebesom ye ba
Seda I refrain when nipa ho and so da me paya ne se mi remfi papa waya me esi ene kajanya sedo I refrain when nipa ho ade aba kona mesra ne se mi remfi papa waya me na se mi bum pom ko hwe mechi baby am friend baby am medri o therefore one now bet to me ayewe na se mi susu
Wuchinyi mu ayaha ana ebubu dandruff etete wana say ya permed ana sa natural dia wo hia eye Alison hair pomade razor bombs aguani prekesen wo dware wia na wo kekao ana nkabone ewo wo ho eye diaper rash anwa ana sohie ahwiagu wo ho Alison ointment Minia na wonso ha ne say anantam proye hunamani ntotode wo ha no mu aye nyina ene Alison herbal soap fabi dware
wo Alison herbal product
Alison herbal product a free Bristol NY Ventures in Sudie ebi o memu drugstore pharmacy shops and cosmetic shops ahodo nyina mu open edudo mu ana baby search rasem a 0592 145 024 and 0535 141 050. Alison herbal products Abusian Chemfa.
You asked for it and we listen. Your request has been heard and acted upon. The maiden edition of Islamic Personality Award is finally here. Now, join us as we celebrate the heroes of our time, the changemakers, happening live on 2nd November 2023 at the National Theatre, Accra. Come and witness the anxiety, the beautiful drama, and the race for the ultimate prize. Who wins what? Who gets crowned? Join us as we congratulate our champions. I will be there. You should be there too. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Celebrating under the theme, a partnership and building an auspicious future, the role of the Muslim. For enquiries, contact these following numbers: 050-3022-994, 0262-570-481. IPA 2023, brought to you by Halal Incorporation, sponsored by media partners.
Yeah, that's that's why I will actually yem safei and I would be feeding to her Ctv Ghana's #1. Now, and you may know Ctv Kasiebo when we do so I will follow ye. Our Facebook and so at my Ctv GH like here. Now, so what share the amount young kuna one so any be a share yanto and some so now. Young koye nim e won sem foforo emu. Na ye nyina ye nim se e October bosome e bosome isi ho e de bokra dia e to no fo mu e de kire biase amanse bia na so so de e da so e koso nam so ama indigenous women empowerment one more e de so nya municipal head directorate aka won ho abomu a hyehyɛ e free health screening e de ama adeton for ma wo mo eton ade e wo nana bosoma dwam.
Emma oha enum ena screening ena fesu ntwetwe akọ edi amomo we efa kwan a mo ebetimi afa so edi abom ho ban efri kokram ya eto omo enufu no emu. Madam Irene Bonsu Akasen eye project manager edema Indigenous Women Empowerment Network oni yesem training na twetwe nkomodi etu jese ehwe breni ya ebetwe mu ekono omo enu so de ho ne se omo beboa emma empuntu
rural folks and natives indigenous women omo and the baby I
Enrichi Edasunyani Municipal Health Promotion Officer Justina Techuwa and also Echiprenesama or the two journey be in you.
Amaye will say breast cancer any other pot say say a malaria in Tonson Edebano, breast cancer any other pot say Edeba. Nemo Mushemu Amaye will say you will Roni Akasa can say a risk factors. Anna Edeba, in this risk factors here, you can once in a nearma and I say a neabia, Minumi and Anasa, many million a year, and this breast cancer every year. After I bring up in a young yes, size near the Koyan film of Yens Nasi, no more I bring a did you be a young say a Benantica, Yafaka needs 1 year Nantantica.
No cra, it did for my year, Sanctuary tree and I face screening no, echo the moment so, Eddie Muslim say.
Oh, me pa cho media no mania jimania so papa en ka metumia ka meka se ye nua no ma no baby bia wo bete se program yi koso no na enyu wo mfiri mu pomodia se wo be ko na screen no wa kwa ye bi na eye eboa ye ni pa bia na kwa no eboa ye ni ye ma no mo se bi betumia nya nkwa atena se etumi di ahwe ye ma no se bibi wo no fuo no mu a entempa na no wa ye den na wa na waswa no na fe wa ye free and na wa ma yare no and dokuru nya nsa na edu owo na fe na wode ko hospital na na emergency wa bi me de mi susu se ene program ya mo ye ngojom han me amakokuya de mani age pa mani aso
the person ka kire mi ama ni nyina ne se obi a be check ne de na wo be check ya enya hu enu ana se ye free wa de me kama ti wo be check na se bibia ni ma na wa de nya ko ma ti ya wo market ya de o mra na check na ye
ene se wo yo ba na wonya enko cheke wo de abomode se wo beye bi ansa na bosome no akọ na wie ye yento ansem no so na yenko eye kwawu Afam Plains North honomo na set ejeni mboate wo no na wo ye public relations officer ema eye Ghana Education Service wo kwawu Afam Plains North na wo de atodwa wo kire se enguma sua ho nsem aye boache bidin e wo honomo esan se we ebetena so ponya de se wo mo afa so akyerɛkyerɛ fo ho akwatwe pa ne senti odade se eto aban ene Ghana Education Service ni se wo mo hwe na wo nkɔ wo mo emwa
Customer for Anase Public Relation Officer Edema Ghana Education Service Ewuku Afam Plains North set ejeni mboaten or the disredier ato directorate no enim say edwani we ano omohwe se mo a kyerɛfo yo mo ewa Afam Plains North ehia no omo ebebo mo titirumpo ni nkundwa omo ebetena so o kyerɛ se we emmo amadisua ho nsɛm enkoso ye kra no nti no or the disredier eto aban no enim NGOs ahodro ene kuku ahodro mo nhya ban asese omo ebebo or in some way editor Wabra District Chief Executive here of Woku Afam Plains North Nana Ofori Okoye Ede Eye Dual Dex Bakobako Oha Enum Ede Koma Eye School Sedusia and Naye no Ewo District no Emu
ya famu die na ye be stress ankrankro nso eton so se famu odin na omomma omomra ye mba se ne be ya ombeboa yen na mame mfa de ba akon so ntudwa ye teacher deficit nso so ewo district no we de nkonya sem na nso so se nkonya ne kɔ na se akyerɛkyerɛfo ni hɔ a ha adwen kakra ye sra ban no se ɔmoa yen ewo akyerɛkyerɛfo afam na yen compliment kakra na ye wɔ no nso so na yesu ewo nkonya sem ho wɔ yen schools mu na anopai ye ni agipa se waba yen ba enye we nko na waye wadi kan aye bebre yetimi edikan receive be 500 ansa na we nso so aba be kan na yedana se na ye hye ne bo se ye hia more send Oliver to his kind no we always ask for more
okasa we ye na bra District Chief Executive na Isaac Ofori Okorie edi nkundwane emom no ono so echebede sem we etudwa
assembly ye che nkonya ye che ni nyina ye baako 500 across the district basic schools oha baby oha ye mom dex no 10 baby oha 20 baby oha 8 baby oha 15 baby oha 5 and so the but ye sha se fi baby na yakoyenim eno nti enne day ya sha se ya che baby e bedu ade e besana ye beto aso ye che no inland any island nyame ya aduma ye de be ko island baby schools won ya ye nhihye bebre ye papa president and the vice president ono kro ya we odi mu akote pa na nkonya eba ma yen enti se ye chewie a is the data na ewo ho no ye besan atu ho anamo meka se minu akiti ogina mitwe obroni odi adam me a fi beye last year se abutanso school no nkonya ni ho enti enya bibia me modern ase me squeeze ampa enti oka ye no na directorate enso ede statistics ne bae no na ese ampa medi ose ene oyo eboa man konya ne nso ya de bi ba ha
Dwedie ene sikasem Kasiebo na edrus wono na se beye na amaya hodo a wo mo ewo ebibirem ato dwa wonya wo how bia nso no ya de 10th annual borderless conference ekoso ewetema wo kwa so se beye na wo mo ebetumi edidwa Captains ahodo a womo ewo trade industry no ewo West Africa sub-region eba dwumadie no asibi na dwumadie no nyina ekoso ewo tema eti ana eda dwumadie no so strengthen regional agricultural value chain competing the global market na women so ade hunu ene butaye ne se wo hwe kwan obefa so se beye na amaya ahodo a ewo ebedem atoye etumi edidwa won hia ohaw bia borderless alliance ena womo ehye dwumadie na afibia womo ehye dwumadie ewo aman ahodo so na afimpimie no ene duba kunim na borderless alliance womo establish conference anase womo ehye dwumadie regional program leader Emma Africa at the Food and Agriculture Organization Emma United Nations Ora Adi Freeman eden semsei etudwa.
As you may know, Africa is on track to meet the food security and nutrition goals of the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and similar targets such as the Malabo Declaration. Conflicts, climate change, and economic slowdowns are pushing more people into poverty and food insecurity. The COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine continue to exacerbate the food security and nutrition situation on the continent. Headwinds, including slowdown in the global economy, persistent inflation, and higher borrowing costs, continue to weigh heavily on African economic growth that is projected to decline from 3.7% in 2022 to 3.2% in 2023. Despite these challenges, recent trends that are driving agri-food systems in Africa are providing new growth opportunities. Growing food markets, an integrated market from the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, a growing youth population, rapid urbanization, and growing numbers of households with discretionary income.
Wakasa wiye ena CEO Emma Ghana Shippers Authority Benonite Bismarck enso editu dwa echira wa hawa agric sector no efemo sebane se womo ede nyoma efri omai bi so ede akọ omai foforo so ewo West African sub-region no emu ne nsem no ebini.
In an era marked by increasing global interconnectivity and the imperative for self-sustenance, the role of agricultural value chains in promoting food safety cannot be overstated. For West Africa, a region blessed with rich agricultural resources, unlocking the full potential of these value chains is paramount. Some of the key challenges beyond the sector-specific issues relating to production, market accessibility, seasonal variability, and access to finance are the inadequacy of options, transport options, storage and handling, border crossing issues, as well as multiple road checks to and from distribution centers and markets. As the host institution for the Borderless Alliance activities in Ghana, our key focus has been to deepen the cooperation between the Ghana Shippers Authority and the Borderless Alliance in the implementation of programs and projects to promote trade and support private sector competitiveness in Ghana.
Ctv Kasiebo ena edu so na yemo enwremu mata nkoma wo Ghana si ne twani a wote si ne twadwuma na sepa na wada todwa wo kire se wabra okreku mante wonya nyesoafo anase minister no na wo ne homode ye pa na sese a yeyi no se wo ye osoafo no wo hu ni a wo ye Accra FM ayoko dwumade so bra ekua sonto etedwemu ena wode nsami etudwa mana onye minister no me twa won show he's really worked hard. Mark aye juma tamana onye minister no but se si ade me sure say oye juma ba me ka se minim bibia meboa ni aminim no menka ni aminim no meka inti me betina hanka say onye hwe he's worked even when he wasn't a minister and I'm sure he's working but I don't know what is really going on
and I think the limitations will be say Oshobia
say American
so say the no crack common no so the man the boss. Now the boss, so the man, chief director, from chief director, before I be able to say call a president, like the chain is long, so you might not know where he gets to. Not a block.
So I'm sure he's really working hard, but it's not like we are defending him. No, it's not like we are not. No, it's not like we are defending him. But when he wasn't even a minister, he was working hard.
Send the sad time na be am not nyuma na be kasama no nti na be omo fa ne deputy minister because irrespective of rinyina so waba be deputy minister na creative arts na ye ne dadwen senior na wonya nye deputy minister na ye ne dadwen na I think he say bi anhyehyɛ ye bi ni anamontu obi ho a wapem akwakoduro anka obetumi ne mwadi hu nkomo but for now na musimu ni mu ne de
na make say when it comes to the theater buildings. Personally, I've seen to a level some of them are being built. You see, so that's why I said we can't just conclude say on
it is many percentage.
And then see who see dying now do baby now unisika you can't continue.
Peter,
yes,
my way percentage, mommy. Marco Kreku, ne more than Peter, percentage I ain't having.
Oh, Mark.
A man is 70 and I do so.
Across 70, then why 70?
Oh, media. Me time now on your minister. Me also ye.
But to see obey a deputy minister and ye say
matter. Let me say this. You see, the creative industry is huge. Okay, you have the film, you have the music, you have the folklore, you have the poetry, you have. It's huge. And they say, but now says yet a Kasebia, young side and said the Unshi and Tino, 1 year Juma. Another group will come and sit here.
There is a Momo de Echo. Send you to phone the banner say who could hear your baby, sir. But see a more trust in the Eka because see a more Diana be your mamma Yati say, Chino Veles no, no. Of course, first year, show why I enjoy it. This time, I was the investor Seba, and I say investors new soon. But Marco Craig, who some time on bed. Deputy minister no ye nim ni oye de bo creative art no esi obey deputy minister na nka wo so push it is on to me pushing kodru ba bia wo so push ya questionable.
Okay, so can I also ask this, that has the Directors Association, the Producers Association, have they also written to present to them that this is the lapses we have seen, since you are there now, you are one of us and now you are here, can you push this agenda for us?
You be sure
no
that's why I said earlier, we have what we call the
Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild, and which Actors is under Guild. The Actors Guild.
Okay.
That is side. Beyond side. It's purely producers and directors case.
Questions now. Yanko bi maso na yanko wie Kasiebo no ewo honom na abeto dwa se ewiase afane nyina no nipa enam eye woko abantuguo ensuoyire ene mentem ho asene wabasa so a wamo atwa pete eye 114 million ena watchre na United Nations High Commissioners ema eye refugees womo na wode statement yi ebaye na wo kire se afimpim yi no ene edwanu mensa yi mu eye first half no na sa how yi esi na wo kire se Ukraine eye mentem ho ase ne ntokwa ema ne home no so ewo honom ne ka ho afei susu Sudan Bema ene Democratic Republic of Congo eno so eka ho so na Afghanistan eye mentem ho ase no so na ama ne home no so ewo ho so eka ho bi pa Sara so na eye enso yire ene mentem ho ase bi ama ne home no so ewo Somalia man no mu ne nyina no eka ho bie na enei nipa dodo na ato apete ewo wiase afa ne nyina wo kire se eno enam so ma nipa binum kwa no eye wo hye so na wo de atratra ahye ahodo e de akọ aman ahodo eso ensama ahodo amede ebeso mo se CTV enwumre no nsia Kasiebo ne nyina esi asedapie esie enkomo wa wotine fi a wo hweye mo a mo hweye e wo Facebook yeda mo ase production team ne nyina meda mo ase midin edi Manye Nuekie madanse amomo ene sha makraw